Hey guys, welcome back to the Blue Podcast with me, Mackers and Tom. How you doing, mate?
Yeah, very well today, thank you, mate. How are you?
I'm not bad. Today we have a first-time guest and a returning guest from a show that you might recognise called The Gradient Show.
Yeah, we have James returning as a guest. We had him on for the Andor Season 1 review before. Great episode. If you've not checked that out already, definitely do. And we have Finn, first-time guest on the channel, but it is not his last appearance on the channel.
No.
Welcome, mate.
Thank you very much for having me.
No, not at all. Thank you both for joining us today.
Yep.
We've got a very special episode.
We
today,
do. This is kind of our period of change, just a little break that we're doing. As you can see, I'm not wearing a Blue Podcast tee.
And neither am I.
Which is strange for us. We're wearing football shirts because we are doing. What was the title of it called?
I'm going to call it the Ultimate Football Debate.
Yes. I mean, that makes sense, right?
Right.
Sounds good.
We've got some very entertaining topics to discuss today, and we've chosen a great couple of guests to come and help us discuss them.
Thank you.
And our clubs today are Chelsea,
Forest, Arsenal, and Sheffield
Wednesday.
Yes.
Although I will caveat, Finn has great ball knowledge of the Premier League anyway. It's where most of our discussions
not been there for 20 years.
Yeah. Well, the Premier League is where most of our discussion is going to centre around today, with also some external conversation as well.
I mean, you're pretty new to it as well, aren't you?
Behave yourself. Well, anyway, we always do a little quiz on the Blue Podcast, and we decided to switch it up a little bit today. And we just, multiple choice questions again. But producer Dan in the background there has come up with producer D, Proddy D.
I will just say there's a podcast I listen to called I Could Murder a Podcast, who also have a producer Dan.
Crazy.
The second most famous producer Dan. Well, we have Proddy D in the corner who's come up with a series of questions. Series of questions that I'm just gonna quick fire ask. If you get it wrong, take a quick swig. Yeah.
Sure.
Also, because there's three of you. I'm saying everyone just says when they've got their answer and just goes in quick fire, so no one's covering each other. Okay.
Shout out.
Nice, very easy questions.
First person to say it.
No.
We will answer still.
Yeah, you all just go. Yeah, I've got an answer. I'll wait, and then you all answer.
All right. Okay.
Very, very easy first question. Okay. Who was the only player to win an FA Cup before and after the Second World War? Was it A, Rach Carter, B, Billy Wright, or C, Stanley Matthews?
Very easy.
Very easy question, mate. Just to kick things off.
I've got an answer.
Stanley Matthews.
Stanley Matthews.
Nope. Rach Carter.
Right.
Cheers, Dan.
Cheers, guys. Cheers. I wouldn't reach over, but it's a bit
Oh, yes, yeah. Effort.
Oh, dear. Okay.
Who? Dan?
They do get a bit nicer. Okay.
Did they play for or did he play for Forest?
Mate, I don't have a scoop.
Dan. Brilliant.
Okay, next question. Which of these countries have never hosted a World Cup? Is it A, Portugal, B, Mexico, or C, Switzerland?
I've got an answer.
Yeah.
Oh.
I was going to say. What did you just say?
I was saying
I
Switzerland.
was going to say Switzerland.
I was going to say. What was the first one?
Portugal.
Portugal.
It's Portugal.
Ah.
Unlucky. Drinks up.
Yeah.
Well, Mexico is where the next one's going to be.
As well as the US and Canada.
Yeah, it's a whole
Because
American
they're
thing.
not very small countries, are they?
No.
Yeah.
Community.
Spread it out,
Spread it out a bit.
Yeah.
Okay, here's one you might have more of an idea of. Who scored the first Premier League hat-trick?
Ooh.
Was it Alan Shearer?
That was my first thought.
Was it B, Matt Letizia? C, Eric Cantona?
Shearer.
Letizia.
It's Cantona.
Oh,
It's going so well, guys.
We're not great.
well,
These are the experts we brought
Are
in.
you sure?
Very underqualified.
Are you sure this is the ultimate football discussion?
This is the ultimate football discussion, but these are not that easy questions, to be fair.
this is the ultimate football discussion by people that know a bit about football.
Yeah, no, think of it as 4 football fans that are football mad about their club.
Yeah. And
Given their
And no little else.
2 pennies about giving their 2 pennies about some really important football questions.
Yeah.
That's what I see
We've
this
got
as.
Championship. We got Premier League.
What do you mean champion?
Your League One.
Just taking an enormous bite out of that. But
Yeah.
which player holds the record for the most goals scored at a single World Cup? Is it A, Eusebio, B, Arno Ronaldo, or C, Just Fontaine?
I'm going to go Eusebio.
I am leaning for Eusebio.
I'm going Fontaine.
Fontaine. Yes. Fontaine
Thing
takes
is,
the cake.
he was in there, and I was like, he's in there for a reason, but
Yeah.
I didn't want to just be obvious.
The reason
Who did he
being,
play for?
I don't know. I was
Oh,
gonna say-
is it guesswork or is it?
I don't know because I know Eusebio, I know Ronaldo.
Yeah.
was he top scorer when France won the World Cup?
Or is he French?
How many did he score?
Yeah.
It's a great question, mate.
All right.
See, Tom, did you not make
16.
In one
Dan
World
did it.
Cup.
Oh.
Jesus Christ.
Wow.
Freak.
Is he French or Dutch?
I think he's French.
French,
but-
yeah.
Just so that people are aware, if the camera is a little bit shaky on our fellows in front of us, producer Dad is now holding the camera.
We're adapting on the fly.
No, that's such a blue podcast thing to say.
Yeah, it is, to be fair. Okay, here we go. Next question. Who is the only player to have won the Champions League with 3 different teams?
Oh, I know this. Go.
Okay. Gerard
Can we have some
Piqué.
answers?
A. Gerard Piqué. B. Deco. C. Clarence Seedorf.
I'll let you guys answer first.
Ooh. Seedorf.
I was going to say Seedorf too.
Seedorf.
It's Seedorf.
Oh,
well
mad.
done, boys. Well done. Fair play. I'll have
Won it
it.
with 8.
Finally.
Excuse me.
Was it Milan, Madrid?
Milan.
And Chelsea?
Chelsea, yeah?
Seedorf didn't play for Chelsea.
Did he not?
Seedorf did not play for
Do
Chelsea.
you not?
He played for Madrid. He played for Milan. I know that. I
He
don't.
won it with Ajax. He won it with Ajax. He won it with Ajax.
Oh, okay, fair play, yeah. Here we go. How many times?
Chelsea.
I don't know, mate. How many times did Michael Owen score 20 plus Premier League goals in the season?
Oh.
Is it 0, 1, or 2?
Really, throwing the ball out there with some answers there, but
I'm going 0.
No, I'm going 1.
I'm going 1.
0.
Fuck's
Really?
Which is very surprising considering he won a Ballon d'Or.
This is not good. What happens when you support Sheffield Wednesday?
Us Blues understand.
Yeah, well, clearly, yeah. But I'd have thought a Ballon d'Or winner would have scored more than 20 goals in the
Yeah.
Premier League
A
season.
lot of hype
But
around
he
him
got
as
it.
well.
Low
he got it for the
standards,
Champions
mate.
League, though.
Low standards, clearly, yeah.
But he got it for the Champions League.
He
English.
played for Real Madrid. as
English
well.
tax.
I think
Yeah.
they signing him. He just scored at least 20.
Yeah, but you say English tax, but Harry Kane
But
scores 20
but
goals.
it's what
Every-
Yeah, but Harry Kane plays in an era of Messi and Ronaldo.
And look at the team.
Very
he
true,
supports.
And
He hates Harry Kane.
currently isn't even the best striker in the Prem. So
Yeah.
like,
Oh, hang about.
Big
All right, we'll get to
controversial
this.
Hang about. I'm going to add that onto the topics
Yeah.
list.
I'm
Yeah.
going to say this as well. I fucking hate Harry Kane.
Why?
Well, you're a Chelsea fan, obviously.
No, it's
hate-
not even that. I just everything about him.
is it the way?
Including the Spurs
Is it the
part,
fact he's such a great goal scorer?
Is it the way?
apart from against fucking France.
Is it the way he speaks?
And his massive forehead and his receding hairline, and the fact he plays for Spurs, and he missed a penalty against France.
That's a lot of
Good
reasons.
footballer, though.
Very good footballer, I'd say. Okay.
Okay.
Final question. I think you guys will have a better chance getting this one.
Okay.
Jamie Vardy was signed by Leicester
Yeah.
from which non-league side?
I know.
Oh.
Is it
I know.
A, Alfreton Town?
No.
B, Grimsby Town?
Oh, I think I know this.
C, Fleetwood Town?
Oh, maybe I don't.
I know, so I'm going to stay quiet.
Fleetwood.
I was going to say Fleetwood.
It
Yeah.
is Fleetwood
Yeah,
Town.
I thought so.
Well
Do you
done,
want to know a
boys.
little
It's Fleetwood
fun
Town.
story of Vardy before he was a
I would-
professional footballer?
I would love to hear a fun story of Jamie
It's not,
Vardy.
well, no, it's not actually fun. It's pretty sad, actually.
Is it the one about the dog?
It's about the dog. So Jamie Vardy's a murderer of dogs. Well, singular dog. They won something and they had like a pub thing, and he put beer into a dog bowl.
Right.
And the dog drank the beer,
Dog loved it.
loved it for about however long he was alive for, and then died from alcohol poisoning.
That's sad.
Christ.
Yeah.
What does that class as? Manslaughter or murder or an accident?
I would
Dog
say more like
slaughter.
dog slaughter.
Brilliant.
That well-known crime.
Dog slaughter then.
No, you can't. I don't think you get charged.
It's
for
not
that.
murder.
Animal cruelty?
It's an accident.
Yeah, animal cruelty.
Animal cruelty.
probably.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think you won't get done legally for it. It's more you won't be able to like own a dog. Or something.
Didn't he just write about that in his book? It wasn't like he was pressed
like
about
ages
it.
ago.
I think it came out in some book. He,
Yeah.
you know,
Maybe. I mean, I haven't read any of his biographies or anything like that. So
Jamie Vardy is also a Sheffield Wednesday fan.
is he?
Yeah, he came through our academy.
I knew he hated United. Do you
Yeah.
remember the incident where he
Yeah.
kicked the Pride corner flag at United? Everyone thought it was a hate crime.
No, it wasn't to do with pride.
No, everyone thought it was a hate
Yeah.
crime.
Hates
Kicked out-
United.
He hates
Yeah.
United, yeah.
Yeah. We released him, and that's when he went to those non-league teams.
So
I
actually,
bet you-
you could have had Jamie
Yeah.
Vardy.
I know. Gutting.
One of those players, though,
I'm hoping
if he
it's
had stayed at Wednesday, he might never have
No,
actually
he
reached
wouldn't.
full
He wouldn't,
potential.
Yeah.
Like came up to he was playing Championship football with Leicester before.
I like you say that though, like he didn't go like from non-league and reached his full potential.
No, I know, but sometimes I think in football a lot of luck's involved, and I think if you
Definitely.
stay at
That's
one
true.
club and that club doesn't progress itself, you don't necessarily
Yeah.
excel at that club and get the move.
What, so non-league really progressed?
Well, I'd say
Made
that
him-
the
made him
quick
more hungry.
moves, made him more hungry. Yeah. Well, I think we should kick things off with the main section of the video and the ultimate football debate. Now, one question that really intrigues me that I'd like to hear your guys' thoughts on is where would Paris Saint-Germain finish if they were in the Premier League with the team they have this season in the Premier League this season?
5th.
Straight
no,
up 5th.
no.
I the other day thought about you gave me the premise of this question like yesterday. The other day was yesterday. And initially I said they wouldn't make Champions League, but on the tube journey here, I reckon this season 3rd.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think in the league that they'd do better than City or Arsenal. I'm not saying that out of bias. I'm just saying
no, I
because
agree.
like the gap.
Just to clarify.
Of course. I like to be neutral as I can, you know.
Yeah.
I think they're just about pip United to 3rd.
I think 3rd as well.
But you've gone 5th.
I think Liverpool are going to get top 4 again. Now. As much
This season.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. I do.
No.
Which sucks. No?
No chance.
No?
No.
Is that a Prosecco drink then for that?
For
I
me,
think
it was
so.
for you.
I think for you, terrible opinions get a drink.
Is that both
Prosecco.
the Paris opinion and the Liverpool opinion?
I think so. Yeah,
Yeah.
you get 2 shots for that.
Nice.
I'm sorry, but Liverpool do not finish ahead of City,
They're
Arsenal,
too inconsistent.
United,
Who's more likely to finish top 4, Liverpool or Brighton?
Brighton.
I genuinely think Brighton.
But I don't think Brighton will finish top
No.
4, which is how low I think of Liverpool.
Do you think Tottenham will?
But yeah,
No.
probably.
I think
They're
Tottenham.
about a
think
sack.
Tottenham could.
They're about a sack Conte. Have you not seen the whole?
Of
have you not
course,
seen his interview.
Of course I have. But if they sack Conte, they'll get a new manager
They're
bounce.
about to.
Their
Depends
players
who
are
they get.
too good not to
who's
finish.
Who's there? Who's there for them? To
Who's too good at Tottenham besides Kane and Son?
No. one.
Kulusevski probably is a top 4 player. I'd say that
Bentancur.
Romero is definitely a
How
top 4
how
player.
many-
Bentancur,
Bentancur's brilliant.
Højbjerg's top
Oh, no,
4 player.
Bentancur, yeah.
Yeah.
Højbjerg
Is Bentancur still injured?
Højbjerg's
Bentancur's
been
after
How many goals has Kulusevski got in the Prem this year?
Very many.
He's
Yeah, exactly.
He's
How many
very
assists? Oh
good.
no, he's.
good,
Don't
but-
get me wrong, but he's
Not
he's
there yet,
he's
no.
also done nothing this season.
Yeah.
Like this, I remember seeing the stats the other
They've
day.
got fucking
I
Harry
forget the
Winks.
stats.
Not Harry Winks. What's his name? The guy that
Oliver Skip.
Skip.
Yeah, scored a screamer against us. I know, but he got Skip playing in the midfield, and I know Daff, who may be watching this. I'll probably tell him to. He's one of my mates from uni. He will say, I mean, he
Spurs fans-
He sent me so many messages when fucking he scored against us and said, "I told you he's good. I told you he's good." But he's not a top 4
No.
midfield.
But I wouldn't say he's the starting midfield for Spurs. I'd say that when Spurs signed Bissouma, every club in the country
Yeah.
wanted Bissouma.
Yeah,
I want
they
to- I
did.
want-
Bissouma was a
And that-
snip at 27 million.
And that went really well.
Okay, not necessarily. fair point. Not necessarily at face value, but as an Arsenal fan, surely you'd be able to appreciate having Granit Xhaka for 5 or 6 years, and
Yeah, no.
finally
it's
he's
fine.
come
That's
good.
True. That's
Yeah.
true. That's true.
I mean, he shouldn't be at your club, but he's come good.
Wait, why shouldn't he be at his club?
He just doesn't like him.
No. He's done stuff which at most other clubs he would be sold for.
Yeah.
Like
Agreed.
chucking off the shirt.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Agreed.
But so that's why I say that, because he's come good, although he shouldn't be there.
Yeah, no, I get that. I think, I don't know, he's a player who plays with a lot of passion,
Yeah.
and that came out. And don't get like when he did that and was like, you know, cupping his ears to the fans and whatever, and telling us all to fuck off. Like, can I swear?
Yeah, you can.
Good.
It's over 10 minutes. and we're gone.
Yeah, like I wanted him out the club, but sort of since then, like, it seems to be to do with the work with Arteta. Like,
Yeah.
so he's a
Yeah.
player transformed. He's not playing, and apparently as well. Apparently Wenger never signed him as like a sort of defensive midfielder. He just ended up playing there because we didn't have any other options.
Really?
Yeah,
Even at Mönchengladbach, he was a defensive.
Yeah, he's
midfielder.
always been.
I've seen some quote. Don't ask me for the validity of
Have you
this.
been watching AFTV?
No, I fucking hate AFT.
Don't say that because we might get a guest on.
Yeah, there's that gone.
Yeah, but that's good.
But yeah, some quote apparently from Wenger that he saw Xhaka more as like sort of number 8, which is where he's sort of playing now.
I can see that.
Yeah.
It's what he's doing so well at this season.
Yeah.
He's miles better there as well.
Yeah.
And I guess it helps with Partey. What's your thoughts on the tosser that left us?
On the what?
Jorginho.
Steal.
Yeah, no, he's a steal.
What was it? 12 million?
13 million?
Is it 10 plus 2 million add-ons, something like that?
I feel like, personally, I'm not upset about the move. I'm upset about that he went to Arsenal, which is... most Chelsea players go to Arsenal to retire, which is fair enough. But
previously.
But I'm happy because we got Fernandes, so Fernandes is a better Jorginho.
Yeah, it's not like you've got no one to replace it.
No, exactly.
But he's not 90 million better than Jorginho. And Jorginho over a year ago.
We've spoken about this, and you don't watch Chelsea games. Fernandes is fucking
He's not.
He is.
He's not. He's not worth that much.
He is very good.
He's very good, but he's not worth 100 million.
No, I agree with you, Tom.
I agree with you. Because we didn't pay 100 million, we paid 90 million.
I thought it was 106. I thought it was 106.
I thought it was. I thought it was 108, actually.
I thought it was like 120 euro.
We know how strong the sterling is at the moment, so that must be a big difference. I'm just saying that Jorginho, just over a year ago, was considered the third best player in the world.
Not by most Chelsea fans.
I think by a lot of people he wasn't as well.
I think
of course not. But in terms of the Ballon d'Or, right? He was third.
Yeah, but it was because it was exactly. It was like a culmination of doing so well in all competitions.
Okay,
which
forget
I don't
third.
think he played as big a part in as people give him credit for.
I
Everyone's
agree.
saying, "Oh, he is the man."
It was Kante next to him in the Champions League. He won 4 man of the matches in a row.
Exactly. And Italy in the Euros, he was good, but he wasn't like standout.
We should have beaten them.
Exactly. Yeah.
I agree with that, but say he wasn't third. Say he was top 300. You'd still say that Arsenal would have got a steal getting someone that's.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying they
You know what? You know what?
They haven't.
It's
they have.
Yeah,
it's something that
don't miss him.
Long term for Chelsea works because you probably wouldn't be playing him in a few more seasons.
I'd say next.
Exactly right. But then also it works for Arsenal at the moment because it's like a great backup to have. Premier League proven.
Yeah.
Like he just fits the piece, and if we win the league this season, it's going to look like such a incredible piece of business. Yeah. And I don't think it's even that long of a contract. It might be like a year and a half or like 2 year contract. Like, let's fuck him off in like a couple of seasons. Like, it's fine.
I think you'll just let him go on a free when his contract expires, or let him go back to
mate, worth it, isn't it?
It's more, I think more for us, it's just the fact that he went to Arsenal. Like, we were going to sell him at some point anyway because we were signing Fernandes.
Yeah,
it's just that he went to one of our London rivals.
Do you know what though? I firmly believe that Chelsea would be in exactly the same situation right now, whether they'd signed Fernandes or whether they hadn't. They'd be in exactly the same position. In the league, I'm talking about.
Yeah, because
but one player
haven't been able to move from 10th.
You've gone from 10th to 10th. What's your point?
Exactly. I'm saying
no team above us has lost enough points for us to move from 10th to 9th.
If you'd won every game, you would have gone up.
Yeah,
there is that as well. You do,
which you would probably expect given how much you spent.
Given how much you spent, if you buy a player for 100 million, you expect to go up the league.
Or drawn. We won 4 game win streak. 4 game.
You're not. No.
You want to keep Potter?
It might be unbeaten. I don't know about winning.
We haven't lost for a while.
Mudrik's been good.
What are we saying?
Would you keep Potter?
Would you keep
Mackers?
Huh?
Keep Potter?
Yes, currently.
Yeah.
Currently.
What changes to get rid of him?
Yeah.
We keep on losing. Not keep on losing. We start losing.
But you've been losing for a very long time before this little streak.
No, we haven't.
Clearly, you have. If
no,
you're 10.
We just haven't been scoring. We've started scoring now.
It sounds an awful lot like losing if you lose.
Where are you in the league?
It doesn't matter where we're in the league.
Honestly, it's surprisingly close to Chelsea.
Yes. Yeah, right. No, but we haven't been scoring for a while, and we are now. I think in the last 3 games we've scored. Dan's looking at me. 3, 2. I think it's 6 or 7 goals.
Wow,
isn't too bad.
For the money you spent, that's nothing.
We did just draw to Everton, but.
That was kind of unlucky, though. 90th.
We should not have drawn to Everton. In the first half, we had so many chances.
Yeah, exactly.
So many chances. It was ridiculous.
And that's not on the manager.
If only you'd bought some attackers.
Oh, if only, right?
If only.
Well, it's not like they need them. Havertz, Felix.
I've said this so many times. Imagine they kept Pulisic and Ziyech and they didn't spend 140 million on Mudryk and
Felix has hit the post, I think, minimum I think it's slightly more now, but minimum every game he's played.
But hitting the
Is
post
this
is
a
also.
To get better.
Is this
Exactly.
a stat Chelsea have resorted to?
The thing is, like,
It shows how
post
close
hits.
we are, though. It shows how close we are to winning
But
every game.
hitting the post is also like not scoring. It's still a shot off target.
No, but it shows how.
So it's-
yes, it shows the margin.
Yeah.
Mate, if I use the stat as ridiculous as that, Morgan Gibbs White would be the best player in the league for not makes per minute. It would be ridiculous, wouldn't it?
Nutmegs is slightly different to hitting the post.
Well, they're both a shot off target, aren't they?
Fair point.
Neither of them are a goal.
Well, anyway, I want to go back to the very original question,
What was it?
which I've loved the
completely forgot what the
I've
question
loved the
was.
diversion we've taken. But PSG, where were they finishing in the Premier League
yeah.
right now? You're saying third. You're saying third.
Third.
So ahead of Man U.
Yes.
Just.
Okay. You said fifth. Do you stand by that, given the discussion we've had?
Nah, I say third.
Third. I'll say fourth, behind Man U.
Fourth. Really?
Yeah. I mean, the season Man U have actually had is very,
I
very
can see
good.
it dropping off at the end of the season.
I can. As
Man
well.
U.
Potentially, yeah.
I'd love that.
I think we all
Yeah, I
would.
bet you would.
We all would.
I wouldn't really care, to be honest, mate.
That's because you're a Forest fan.
What?
Yes.
Can I say why did they sign Weghorst?
Because they had no one else.
But
Yeah.
he is not good enough.
No,
No, but do you know what? I think Rashford's playing better as a result.
he is.
It's like the
They're playing
Giroud
very-
I
Hazard
agree
effect.
that
It's like the
Rashford-
Giroud Hazard
Rashford
effect.
does play well off him,
Yeah.
That is so true, actually. That's a really good comparison.
but I think they could have got someone
Really
a lot
good
better.
Of course, but I don't think they had necessarily the
Maybe
money
not in
to just-
January.
Also, in January, it's very difficult to chuck 60 million at a striker and then
Yeah.
be successful.
Yeah.
Yeah,
think they go for- I think they
know
go-
what you're on about.
Well, the thing is, you've spent all this money and you haven't actually bought a striker, have you?
No, we haven't. But also, we actually haven't spent all that money.
Oh, don't get me with this amortization
We only
bullshit.
spent 110 mil, I think, in the January transfer.
Do you know how bad it is that you've signed Baddy Ashel to like a 9-year contract, and the chances are he won't be that good. He's had
No,
one
he's
good
good.
season at Monaco.
He is good. He's played well for Chelsea every time he's played.
Jordan Smith's played very well for Forest every time he's played, but he's only played in the Carabao Cup and 3 times.
Whereas
He's done all right.
Whereas Badashile has played for the Premier League and
Well, not the Champions League.
Not the
He's registered. He was about to say Champions League.
yeah, I was going to say that, but I didn't. Whereas I tell you what, Cucurella's coming good now.
Oh, Christ. 60 million.
About
Hey,
time.
man of the match against Dortmund is all I'm saying.
Okay. Right. I'm going to move on to the next question before this
Is this
debate.
coming to just like an insulting Chelsea podcast? Sorry to interrupt this fantastic podcast, but we have an amazing offer for you guys. Firstly, thank you to BetterHelp for sponsoring this video, which is the world's largest online therapy service. To get started, you just need to answer a few questions about your needs and preferences in therapy. That way, BetterHelp can match you with the right therapist from their network. You can message your therapist at any time and schedule live sessions when it's convenient for you. With BetterHelp, you get the same professionalism and quality you expect from in-office therapy, but with a therapist who is custom-picked for you. More scheduling flexibility, and it's at a more affordable price. Get 10% off your first month at betterhelp.com/thebluepodcast, and I've also linked them below in the description. It also really help us out. Back on with the podcast.
We're going to switch things up a little bit, and we are going to talk about the England lineup in the future, and specifically 5 years in the future. Because obviously the England lineup, you could pretty much write it right now, right?
Yeah.
You know what it's going to be.
Yeah.
In 5 years' time, how do England line up? And I'm going to give you a few ages now, so we just know who's not going to be around still.
Yeah.
Harry Kane will be 35. Harry Maguire will be about 34, 35. Stones will be still playing, probably 31, 32. Shaw will still be playing. Walker will be gone. Rice, Phillips, Bellingham still around.
Yeah.
But then most of the attack, Grealish, 5 years' time, he'll probably be past it. Foden will still be around. Saka will still be around. But the main core of the team, Kane, Maguire, probably Pickford as well, if we're being honest.
Yeah.
Walker, all gone. How do England line up in 5 years' time? Let's start with goalkeeper.
I'm not too worried in general about how England line up in 5 years. I think
Okay.
we've got a lot of good talent
Yeah.
that are young. Like, obviously, we'll be missing a lot of the good senior players that we've got now. Like you said, Kane, Maguire, Pickford, Walker. A lot of them will be gone.
What's probably Ramsdale, right?
But yeah, in terms of goalkeepers, we've got Ramsdale, we've got Henderson.
Yeah.
As much as I hate them because they both played for Sheffield United.
Yeah, true, actually.
They are good keepers.
Yeah.
I'll be happy with either of them.
Yeah.
I'm going to go roche out Joe Bursick.
Who is
I
that?
don't even know who that is, mate.
Cheers, producer Dan.
What are you here?
Do you want to repeat what Proddy D just said?
No, the camera picked up. The mic picked up. I'm pretty sure. Joe Bursick, Stoke City goalkeeper.
Stoke.
Don't watch enough Championship these days to know those.
He's 21. He's a very, very good goalkeeper.
But he does play for Stoke.
Behave. He's not another Butland. He's very good, and I'm a big Football Manager player, and he always makes it to the England starting lineup in about 5 years.
Do you see him like making a move, or do you see Stoke progressing?
Making a move.
Yeah.
You know how English keepers are adored by the Premier League. Jordan Pickford got an expensive move to Everton when he probably shouldn't. Ramsdale got an expensive move to Arsenal when, okay, he showed it now, but he probably shouldn't have at the time. He got relegated with Sheffield United. Wasn't
Got relegated twice.
One of the
Relegated
worst
twice.
seasons a team's had in the Prem.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Relegated twice, and then he gets a big money move to a top
Well,
6 side.
Have you heard the Fellas podcast with Ramsdale?
Yes.
He admitted that he was signed for Arsenal as a backup.
To
but
Leno,
they
yeah.
said to him, if you prove yourself to be better than Leno, then you'll play.
But I know that, but 30 million for a backup, that doesn't ring right to me. That's like they know he's going to take the first team spot.
Yeah.
I guess he's young though, so like maybe they see it either way as like some kind of investment.
He also wasn't a bad part of that Sheffield team.
No,
There wasn't a
I
good
think
part.
he was awful.
He didn't have a good
Really?
season.
Yeah.
Do you know, it was tough though, because wasn't it like that first season Sheffield United went up and they had that back three and
Dean Henderson in goal.
like,
Yeah.
but it was really good. It was really, and they had
like
like,
8 or
and
something.
they're
really
like both their like outside centre backs would like push forward. Like it was really
Basham
weird,
and some.
really weird.
Jackie
Hate
Elkin,
Basham.
no?
Who's
No,
No, it was Jack Robinson and Basham. It was Basham on the right and
Egham?
someone. Egan was in the middle.
Egham?
I
was in the
hate
middle.
Egan as a player.
Same.
Anyway,
I hate everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sheffield
My
United
point
player.
was they had this back three that worked in like a really unique way, but then the following season, I'm sure either one or two of that back three were injured for most of the season, and that was like the main tactic that sort of Wilder had. So all of a sudden you can't play it, and then like I used to be a goalkeeper like 11 aside, and it was always sometimes I felt like you can't really do anything. Like when your defense is shit, the chances you have to face are always like pretty much absolute goals.
Yeah.
And it's sort of like you can't, like as a keeper you might concede like the most goals in the league, and it, as strange as it sounds, like it doesn't make you a bad keeper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll also admit, like I didn't watch Ramsdale enough that season. I've not got
He
a
had a lot
clue.
of mistakes.
But
He was one that when he got his move to Arsenal, it was like they're only doing this because he's English and he's young.
Yeah.
It was one of those, but I'll admit he's proven himself now.
Yeah, same.
But in terms of who starts goalkeeper for England, we're going Ramsdale then.
I'd go
Yeah.
Ramsdale over Henderson.
Yep.
Yeah.
I still think Henderson's
No,
better.
I
all-round.
think
no.
Ramsdale's better.
Ramsdale.
You're going to go Ramsdale.
Go
So
Ramsdale.
I'm outvoted. We'll go Ramsdale. Okay, so we've done goalkeeper and we've agreed Ramsdale. In 5 years' time, Ramsdale will be England's goalkeeper. Who are we saying for left back? Because I know, Finn, you were talking about the ages of Shaw and Chilwell. weren't
They
you?
are a very similar age. 27 and 26, I believe.
I think so.
So 32 and 31 in 5 years.
Could still be round, but
It-
neither of them are that fast, are they?
No.
So they're going to lose the pace.
Yeah.
Do we have a third option?
Crystal Palace left back.
I'll behave. Tyreek Mitchell
No,
is not good
not
enough.
Mitch.
No, he's not good enough. He's not good enough.
honestly, in 5 years, I reckon Chilwell probably just about still be
I think
playing.
I still.
Either of them will
but-
still be okay.
But like, it's not looking good. Can't lie. You know, like a few years ago, we used to always have sick fullbacks, both left and right. I say a
Yeah,
few years
really?
ago. I say a few
yeah,
years.
sick
I say a few years ago. I might be meaning like 10 years ago. Regardless,
Ashley Cole.
regardless. Ashley Cole, Leighton Baines, mate. Like, what more do you need? What more do you need?
Free kick taken, a great defender.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Yeah, like, you know, Shaw and Chilwell are both sort of good currently, but I wouldn't say either of them are particularly like world class. They're,
No, Chilwell on his. Can I just say?
Oh, don't.
No, I can say this.
I'm all ears.
Chilwell, since he's come back from injury, has been so important to Chelsea.
No, I agree.
in an attacking.
Chilwell
sense.
on his day is amazing.
He
is such a
his
good left back.
corners, since he's come back in, he takes all of our corners and most of our free kicks when they're on the left, are unbelievable. Unbelievable. His crossing as well, his link-up play, because he's playing a left wing-back position.
Yeah.
His link-up play with the forwards is very, very good.
He is very attacking.
Yes.
For
Defensively, not as good as Shaw, let's say.
Yeah.
but on his day, I'd say Chilwell is miles better than Shaw.
So are we saying Chilwell?
I'm saying Chilwell left back
Yeah.
because I don't know how good Tyreek Mitchell is. Like a couple years ago when he like first came into the Palace team, I think a lot of people were really excited about him, and maybe it's just because Palace have been pretty poor, but.
I think everyone thought he was going to be another Wan-Bissaka.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
well, maybe
Wan-Bissaka's
thing is maybe he is going to be another Wan-Bissaka because I wouldn't say he's done fantastic at Man U.
No, he has not at all. But when Wan-Bissaka was still highly,
He's played like 2 good games. Relax.
it's not that great opposition, really.
I'm putting in interesting questions for you guys. This is like
I'm providing my answer.
Yeah, but this is like our most viewed. I just want to say this: our Instagram reel that gets so many likes and stuff.
Oh yeah, he
Not
said that
actually my
Ramsdale's the
opinion.
best keeper in the Premier League.
It's not actually my opinion. I just put it there as a controversial thing to say.
You're just saying shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it worked.
People love it.
Clearly.
We got like hundreds of comments on that one telling him he's so wrong about it.
Mental.
Yeah. It's
We
brilliant.
literally
Anyway,
get like
Not-
tens of likes a day minimum, and then on good days we get like hundreds of likes a day.
Not as bad as Lloris. What was it? 5 worst keepers in the Prem. That was.
yeah, we Sam.
I'll tell you
Sam
what.
said
We
that,
were
yeah.
close. He's not far off there.
Yeah.
Now, maybe not, but he's definitely not bottom 5 keepers. Anyway, let's move on to the England right back in 5 years' time, and I'm going Reece James.
Reece James.
Any arguments?
I'm saying same. I mean,
Yeah. Or Trent.
Absolutely.
I don't
No.
really mind.
I've got a different role ready for Trent.
Oh,
Okay.
still.
fucking hell.
Fair play.
Fucking
Yeah.
hell.
I'm
He'll play CDM for Liverpool
happy
next
with
season.
Reece
He will.
James.
No,
Who's
I
playing right back for Liverpool next season?
Calvin Ramsey.
Huh?
The current backup for Liverpool, Calvin Ramsey.
Is he?
Who?
When
Just
did he
'cause you don't know who he is doesn't mean I'm wrong.
No, but I don't know who he is. I can't-
Scottish right back from Rangers.
Okay.
They signed him at the start of the season to play
Yeah,
backup.
Vaguely remember that.
Yeah.
He'll play next season. If not, they'll sign someone else. They shouldn't have let Nico Williams go, in my opinion.
Hmm.
No.
That seems
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Reece James right back there.
Reece James. Okay, 2 centre backs. I'm going left centre back Tomori.
Yep.
No questions about that. He'll be world class
I'm happy
in
with
Yeah,
that,
5
yeah.
years time.
Unbelievable. And I
Still
cannot-
young.
He'll be like 28 years
Can
old.
I-
believe
Yeah.
we sold him.
Can I just caveat with that? That with this. Will Southgate still be manager in 5 years?
No.
Because
Because in 5 years' time, he'll still be playing
Southgate,
Maguire, yeah.
for whatever reason, like has not really been a fan of Tomori.
I'd say any foreign team player.
Yeah, and like whether or not he'd be like in this team as like a centre back or right back, like he was very reluctant to pick Ben White as well.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying Ben White gets into that team for definite like in 5 years' time, but like this year in the Prem, he's been like one of the best defenders. Like that's proven the fact that Arsenal are top of the league with a very good defence, right?
Yeah.
But like
He
I
just-
don't know. So my point is like, sure, Tomori should get it. Ben White maybe, but like only if if I'm picking it, then yeah, sure. But if
I mean,
Southgate's
think
still
we
manager,
do
I don't know if he
manager
is.
this. I think we just
Yeah,
pick
yeah.
England time
That's
for
fine,
5
mate,
years'
yeah.
time,
Because
right?
Ben White makes right centre back for me.
Does he? So
Really?
Tomori left centre back, Ben White right centre back for you. I think that's too weak. I
Really?
think Ben White is not a physical centre back. I don't think.
No. he's
Tomori's quite physical though,
Tomori's
no?
very
Tomori's physical, but I think you need 2 big boys if
You
you're
go
going
for
into
Gahey.
Gahey.
Gahey's good.
If you're looking at a World Cup final, right, you need 2 big boys at centre back. Ben White doesn't fit that.
What
Ben White's a
about-
back 3.
Do you reckon
Yeah,
Stones is still
agreed.
playing?
How many Chelsea can he play?
Potentially, but it'll be 33. It'll be
So
like 33.
I'd say maybe like Stones and Tomori would be pretty
That would be
pretty
class.
formidable.
Yeah.
And then and if Stones isn't, then it's either White or Gahey, depending on like
Eric Dyer?
exactly how they're doing. No, I'm glad. I'm
Mate,
glad that.
you're taking the mickey here.
I'm
No one's
taking
even
the
a
piss.
Spurs fan here. You just- do you know what? I vouched for Eric Dyer at the start of the season when Spurs were on a good run.
Why would you do
Nah.
that?
Because they were on a good run and he was playing well as the middle 3, and I was like, if England play a back 5, which Southgate had shown he did,
Yeah.
but no, Eric Dyer's
Eric
terrible.
Dyer is so poor.
He'll retire in League One, I think. Eric Dyer.
I agree.
Genuinely, I think he'll get a move
He'll
to the
retire for
Championship
Sheffield
club in
Wednesday.
2 years' time.
We'll be in.
They'll be
We'll be in the
coming away.
Prem.
They'll be in the Premier
Don't worry about that.
So again, Tomori and I'm saying Gahey. Finn's saying Gahey.
Yeah.
Any other options?
I'm
Ben White.
saying Stones will still be in that team.
Okay.
I think it'll be Stones and
if Stones
Tomori.
is still in that team, I would
Yeah.
say so.
I wouldn't
Yeah.
be against that.
No, I wouldn't be. If he's a 32, 33 in that team,
So
I'd go
should we just
say.
say
A bit of
And if
experience
we're
as
still
well.
playing a back 5 like we do right
No,
now.
I'll be playing back.
No, we
We'll
don't.
be playing
Back
back 4, I think.
Back 4.
I think for the purposes of this, we go back 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want to go 4-2-3-1. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Yeah.
Two CDM / centre
right.
mids, Cam, left mid, right mid.
That's fine.
Okay, let's go to 2 CDMs.
I think
Declan Rice and Bellingham.
Declan
Yeah,
Rice.
of course.
Yes.
Who else?
That'll be the best
Of course.
centre mid
Yeah,
partnership in
yeah.
the world.
Yeah.
For,
Exactly.
well, I've heard maybe for Liverpool, but I don't know where I heard that from. No?
Nope.
No? Declan Rice
Bellingham
and
won't.
Do you think Liverpool are going to fork out how many millions
both?
for both of them?
I'm just saying that both of their contracts expire in 2 years' time.
Yeah.
Rice is moving to Arsenal, mate.
Bellingham won't.
Rice is going to Arsenal.
Yeah.
You'd ruin Rice, I think. I don't think you'd
We'd
play
ruin him.
Yeah, because I don't think you'd start him.
Well, I
You'd
think
start ahead of Xhaka. If you win the
Xhaka's
league,
going,
you'd start
mate.
ahead of Xhaka.
Xhaka will be off.
To where?
I don't know.
He
He'll
loves
be
the
off.
club.
Oh, he loves it. We love him, but he'll be off.
Why would he?
Because he will be.
He's like, what, 28?
He's like 30.
Okay, he's 30. Why would he
Your
go
age
anywhere else?
ranges are very interesting during this podcast.
I was like 2 years off.
Yeah, but in football, that's a lot.
Granit Xhaka aged.
Regardless, I think
Yeah.
that Xhaka will be off, and
Thanks.
yeah, I could see Rice filling in that role.
Potentially. But in 2 years' time, Xhaka won't be off, will he? He'll stay till he's 34.
Don't know. Maybe it might go into like a coaching role, but I don't see him being an integral part of the squad in like 2 years.
Yeah.
Potentially not, potentially not. But anyway, Rice and Bellingham were
Yeah.
agreed. Two centre mids for...
That is not a question.
Of course.
Yeah, for England. Okay. Cam. Morgan Gibbs White.
Mason Mount. Your face when I
Drink,
said that.
drink for that.
There's no
Drink for
second.
that. Yeah, there is actually.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
1 sec.
You know what? Cam's a bit.
Drink for Mason Mount at Cam for England.
You have a drink for Gibbs White as well.
To be fair.
Yeah.
Gibbs White. He
Yeah.
probably will be.
No, I don't.
The thing is, it's weird. Like Mount a couple of years ago, I was all on board with, but like
No.
Mount has not been playing well for a long time
He's
for
also been
both
in-
club,
Yeah,
for
club
club
and
and
country,
country.
I don't know if it. He's been injured a lot.
But then he's been playing, and he's not been playing well.
Not a fool. Not a fool.
I'm
But
sorry,
also, he's
Ben.
going to Liverpool anyway, so fuck him.
Yeah.
Mate, in 5 years' time, Gibbs White will be better than me.
You just said you'd pick Mount in 5 years.
I'm trying to do a lot of things to try and make.
I'm sorry, but
controversial-
if you can come up with a better Cam than Morgan Gibbs White,
Foden.
If you
play
play,
left wing.
he'll play left wing. No. Yeah.
What, over-
Would you play?
Yes, Grealish will not be playing for England.
Would you play Sancho as a Cam?
No.
No.
Definitely
He's
not.
no, but James, I
Mackers is,
understand.
Mackers is thinking about it. Oh.
No, he'll be too old. He's like 27 at the moment.
Yeah.
Check it.
I think it's 26. Prod Dan.
I was going to say.
Madison age.
What do you do? No, Madison.
No, Madison. I think he's 26.
I'm sorry, but Jadon Sancho. It's not. This
Do
isn't.
this more often.
This isn't FIFA career mode where you can just
Yeah.
change a player to a position based on the stats. He's
No,
he's
exactly.
played. He's
Hang
played
on,
his entire
whoa,
career.
whoa,
on the wing.
whoa. Sancho has played Cam recently for Man U and played
he hasn't.
better.
He
He played out wide, was fucking shit, and then recently they played Weghorst up front. They played
Madison's
Fernandez.
26.
They played Fernandez on the right, and they played
Madison then.
Yeah.
they played Fernandez
Yeah.
on the right and Sancho at Cam.
England at the moment,
Because-
prime.
Because it's
He
Southgate.
should though.
I'm not
He
even-
should, though. It's because he doesn't play for
No,
a
he
top 6
shouldn't.
club.
He
It-
shouldn't.
he
He's
should.
not better than Grealish, Foden, and
As
Saka.
soon as he
I don't
moves
know.
to Newcastle or wherever he goes,
Yeah, we'll go Newcastle.
We've not been plugged in.
he
I really hope you haven't, but I have no idea.
Mac is what you know. What mic's not working?
Oh, that's fine.
We don't need that one anyway.
That's for headphones. I just
Okay, we'll
realised.
pick it up from here.
Sorry.
Madison is not even. He's in his prime now, and he's not playing for England. How? What?
But that's 'cause he
in
plays
5
for
years'
Leicester.
time?
But is that like a manager bias thing with Southgate?
Yeah,
that's what I think.
Potentially, but also, is he actually justified to play? You think
He's
everyone
playing
raves
better than
about
Mount
Madison.
at the
He
moment.
doesn't get the numbers. He doesn't get the numbers.
He does.
So what? Does Gibbs White do that?
Not at the moment, but in 5 years.
Sorry.
Gibbs White's 4
So
years
is-
younger than Madison.
Is your argument for Gibbs White not
22.
getting? Is your argument for Gibbs White not getting numbers the fact he plays for Forest or the fact that he's young?
The fact he plays Forest and the fact that he's young.
All
I'm
right.
saying that in 5 years' time, when Forest are amazing, he'll get the numbers.
Because Maddison has quite consistently been one of the only Leicester players who actually scores goals and gets assists.
Exactly.
Because Vardy's been declining pretty much. I don't know what the percent. I don't know what the percentage is. I don't know what the percentage of it is, but like. I'm pretty sure Maddison is like by far their most important player in terms of goals scored and assists.
yeah.
Without Maddison, this Leicester team would definitely be in the bottom 3 right now.
No, I agree.
like.
So what's?
So I'm saying
The
like.
point is that when Maddison's 31 and Gibbs White is 27, 28,
I
Gibbs
do,
White
I
will
do
be
get
in the
that
prime of his
Well, I
career,
need to
which
see.
he hasn't been up to this point, and he's
Yeah.
dominated the championship. Maddison, when he was at Norwich, he didn't dominate the championship when he was a year older than Gibbs White. In the Prem, he's not dominated the Prem. He's been Leicester's best player, but in a bad Leicester side. I'm saying that when Gibbs White comes of age,
that bad.
They won the Champions League, FA Cup.
3 years ago,
Against us.
2 years ago,
2 years ago.
Harvey Barnes.
Yeah,
Harvey Barnes is a great player. Yeah,
I don't think he's going to be quite as good as everyone.
and of course he's never.
No,
played
I
for
don't.
England. He's
But he's
25,
a good player for Leicester. He's better than Leicester.
Harvey Barnes, yeah.
Harvey Barnes is infuriating.
I mean, we'll come on to this
Yeah.
later, but
I don't know if you, I don't know if you've ever watched
Yeah.
Leicester and you've needed Leicester to win,
No.
but Harvey Barnes
No.
pisses my blood.
let's take
No,
a vote. Let's
it
take a
was
vote
really
so we can
not.
move on. Let's
Pisses my blood. That was good, wasn't it?
let's take a
It
vote.
does that too. Yeah, yeah.
Let's take a vote.
I've already corrected myself. Just cheeky Samism.
Cam for England in 5 years' time.
Maddison.
Mount.
Smith Rowe.
See, no. So
Oh, wait, so you actually agreed?
the thing is, like
What
Cam,
did I drink?
outright Cam's like I don't think there's like an obvious solution.
No,
Because like
There isn't.
don't get me wrong, I love Smith. I love Smith Rowe, but like but
He's not.
he
not
can
good
sort of
either.
play there, and like since he's come back from injury, he's been poor. He's been really poor, and I don't know if he'll ever like reach that kind of ceiling. So I'm saying Mount because I am saying Mount.
No, you can't change your answer because he
my
agreed with you.
podcast.
That's not how it works.
It's my show, my rules.
That's you, by the way.
Yeah, I know. I found it funny. It was very good.
Finn, what are you going for?
I'm going to go Gibbs White just because I can't have Mount winning.
Gibbs White. That Gibbs White wins, therefore. All right. So starting Cam for. Thank you, by the way, because Gibbs White is a baller and he will be in 5 years'
better
time.
than Mount.
A lot better than Mount. Yeah.
Fuck off.
Broddy D.
Jay
Broddy D's
Lingard.
lost all credibility. He's lost all credibility.
Just said
He's still got a lot of
Jesse
potential, to be fair.
Yeah. He's the best.
He's a wonder
young
kid. He's a wonder
I know,
kid.
I know.
Okay, left wing, Phil Foden.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
And not Rashford.
No, not Rashford. Phil Foden.
No.
Rashford.
Rashford, it has the technique for sure, and he'll have seasons
Can I pose a
every.
question?
Can I?
Sorry.
No, I was going to say Rashford has a technique, and every other season he'll do fantastic, but he won't do it consistently for a long period.
Foden is unbelievable.
Foden's world class.
Yeah. He'd get in any team in the world.
What about Foden's output?
Go on.
Is that a problem for
Don't say
anyone?
Madueke.
No.
Sorry.
No, it's not. 'Cause he doesn't play enough to prove him. When he does play, he provides numbers.
Yeah.
But he doesn't get a consistent
When
run.
if he played for Arsenal, he'd be
All right,
top-
but not
top
to the same
assist.
numbers as let's say Mahrez in that same team. Who like bearing in mind all his
Mahrez plays more than him, by the way.
And I think Foden does put up the same
Yeah.
numbers.
Proddy down. Do you want to check numbers?
Mahrez Foden stats for 2021-22 season.
Yeah. But my question was, if Rashford keeps the numbers that he's doing,
Yeah, of course he plays.
I
if he
would
keeps it.
say he starts left wing.
Yeah, if for the next 5
Yeah.
years he scores 20 goals a season, of course he does.
100%.
He's the best
But
player
I
in the
don't think
team.
he will. I'm,
No.
I'm with Tom. He's too
No,
inconsistent.
Phil Foden.
I know. I'm posing the question of if he does.
Of
that.
course,
Yeah.
yeah.
He does start.
Yeah.
If
Has
he
to.
does, yeah.
And if he does, Foden goes to Cam.
Yeah.
I'd much prefer if we're talking like max potential and all that Rashford is on the left and Foden's in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be lovely.
Yeah.
That would be some
That-
lovely
that-
shit.
I know, but he's not played there in like 5 years for
Yeah,
Man City.
exactly.
No, he does every so often.
No, he doesn't. First,
Yeah,
Man
he
City don't
doesn't
play a
play.
cam. Man City don't play a cam. They play a CDM and two centre mids. And Phil Foden never plays centre mid. He plays left wing. Even Sterling was forced onto the right wing for Foden to play left wing. That's just how Guardiola plays. But anyway, so what are we going for? You going?
Because it's just like the if factor is such a big thing.
Yeah,
Do-
of course.
do
we're
you know what
speculating
as
5
well?
years in the future.
The way like Foden dribbles and moves with the football is like it's so like just nice
It's
to watch.
generational.
Like it's just
Majestic.
it's just
It is.
It is, yeah.
He's
no, it's
generational
just that word.
Yeah.
It's just,
Generational.
when it's used in like football discussions, you're like it's generational, mate, and it's like what do you mean?
Brennan Johnson, generational talent.
If you're looking at previous England players, who comes to mind first of all when you think of Foden?
No one.
No one. Beckham, maybe.
Yeah, no, that's what.
That's the point.
No, so and it's still my point in the sense like the way he plays football like is sick, but also like if you're not necessarily like providing the goals he assists or even like progressive passes or whatever, like I don't know, I'm kind of leaning more towards Rashford on the left.
That's more. I'm
So you're both.
I'm
I'm going Foden.
I'm going Foden.
Was it?
So Mahrez had 7 goals and no assists.
Mahrez 7-0.
That would be Premier League
How many
stats.
appearances?
12.
Okay.
12.
It's not a bad return.
Sorry, 12
In the Prem last season.
9 goals, 5 assists, and 28.
last year. I
28.
stand corrected.
Fair
Yeah.
enough. Yeah, actually, fair enough.
Fairs.
I mean, actually, if you work it out, 9 plus 5 is 14, divided by 2, 28, 14. Foden, Mahrez is actually doing better than Foden
Technically,
per
yeah.
appearance, technically,
Yeah.
for contributions. But that's,
Anyway,
that's
Yeah, I'm really glad I came on a podcast so we can discuss 9 plus 5. Like,
Well, I'm just giving you facts. But anyway, so we'll move on because I want to get
We
to.
haven't got left wing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Foden.
Foden.
Rashford. I think. Oh, okay.
Slash. Like, I'm torn, so I give it to Foden.
Okay.
All right, fair.
Okay, so Foden left wing, and we've got Cam Gibbs-White, and then we'll
Christ.
go right wing.
Saka.
I'm going Bukayo Saka.
Saka, yeah.
You're drunk if you think otherwise.
Yeah, Saka.
Mason Greenwood.
Fuck off.
Oh.
You are. This is not.
I don't think you're allowed to say that name on a podcast, are you?
Discussed on the podcast.
No, of
I
course.
was going to say, you're not allowed to say that name, are we?
What? Say the name.
Get
Bukayo
married to her,
Saka.
for fuck's sake.
No.
Yeah, I know, it's mad.
Fucking
Mate, I
ridiculous.
still
And
remember
having
waking
kids.
up and hearing that news. Mad.
She-
Anyway, so
anyway.
Bukayo Saka right wing.
Yeah.
Striker. Here we go. This is the most difficult
Striker
because
fucking
Kane's not going to be
sucks.
around.
He might be.
And Nketiah. I'm saying for the purpose of this, we say
Tammy.
no Kane.
Okay.
All right.
Abraham or Nketiah?
Tammy.
Tony.
No.
No.
Is he gonna- how old is it?
It'll be
Tony's like 27.
27.
he's in his
Oh,
prime.
ooh.
Probably be
He's only
banned
be-
for
he's
the
only
rest
be
of his
32.
career.
a grizzled Ivan Toney leading the line for
Well,
England.
you're thinking in 5 years' time, obviously a lot
To
can
be fair,
change. I'm
will
seeing
he
those
still- will he
youngsters.
st- I was going to say, will he be allowed to play football?
Yeah, look,
Exactly,
he'll get
banned.
banned for a couple months. He'll come back, mate.
It's Tammy.
The thing is, I genuinely think like Tony is probably better than like any version of Abraham.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Tony's class.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd love Tony at Forest.
I don't know.
I think Tony. But he will never play for England.
You
That's the
know,
thing. He would never play for England because of all of.
he was on the bench the other night. I know he didn't play, but like he's still been selected.
I'm worried about the fact that there's no one below the Tony, Abraham, and Nketiah that were like young English strikers that could be
Wilson.
great. He's 20.
30.
Yeah, I know, but he's
He's 30.
No, in terms of young English strikers, who?
Ollie
do you actually have?
Watkins.
No, he's terrible. He's terrible. The striker for England next 5 years' time, Ivan Toney.
Just about.
Yeah.
Just Ivan
Yeah,
Toney
so-
because there's such a lack of alternatives.
Yeah.
I think
sure.
it's not what I want to do.
I think Kane will still be playing though.
In
But if-
35.
Yeah, I do.
Solid. I'm going Kane 35.
Yeah.
Tony.
Tony.
We're split here.
I
Me
think
and you have
Proddy
a lot
D?
of similar opinions, and those two have lost.
Proddy D's going Ivan Toney.
And
So Ivan Toney gets
surprisingly,
6K.
both of us have won Premier Leagues recently, and you two haven't.
I like how you
say
say
recently.
recently, but we're stretching the imagination
Yeah.
a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah. Thanks.
I'm sorry. What have I just witnessed? Chelsea and an Arsenal fan coming to common ground over Arsenal winning the league.
It's not common ground. It's just he's probably going to win the league.
It's just like class recognises class, doesn't it?
Oh, big. How many European Cups do you have? I forgot.
2, actually.
How many do you have?
When do you win them?
Before I was born.
Do you want? So are we talking about present day, or are we stuck in the past?
How many
Like, what do you want to do?
lifetimes before you won? So you're now 20.
Oh, one. My dad used to go to European
No,
Cup.
but how old? No, but how old? How long ago was the Champions League for you?
Yeah.
5 years. So actually, over double your age, backwards.
It's older than that, wasn't
No,
it?
it's
Wasn't it?
not.
Wasn't it? Tom, what was it? 79 and 80.
From now, I meant.
Can tell you off the top of my head.
So that's more than 35. If you do your maths.
D with the bad
Proddy
knowledge.
D.
So it's about.
All right,
Yeah.
we'll move on from this very quickly, and we'll come to a very prominent debate that's happening in football at the moment. And there's 2 sub-questions after this. So, first, the question is,
I love
Erling-
those two rearranged for this question.
Yeah.
Erling Haaland or Kylian Mbappe? And A, who would you want in your team right now? Whatever team, even if it's Sheffield Wednesday, who would you want? Erling Haaland or Kylian Mbappe? And B, who will score more goals in their career?
I just say I'd love to see either of them play League One football. That would be the funniest shit.
Funniest thing.
Haaland.
Okay, why?
Just everything about it.
You need a striker.
Yeah.
Chelsea need a striker.
We don't
Okay.
need an Mbappe. We do not need an Mbappe.
So specifically for Chelsea, you'd go Haaland.
100. Not even just specifically. I think he's fucking unbelievable.
Oh, no, mate.
No, I'm in general. I'm going
Mbappe's
Mbappe.
better.
Yeah.
Mbappe's better.
I do think Mbappe is better.
Yeah.
But
as a striker,
I'd quite like.
Mbappe's not a striker.
I'd quite like Haaland
as
in
a
the Arsenal
striker, I'd
team.
say Haaland.
That would be so
So
fun.
Haaland over Mbappe.
I think so.
Yeah.
The way I'm seeing this is Mbappe's technically way better than Haaland. Also,
No shit.
Haaland is... I know he scored goals for Dortmund, but at the same time, Dortmund don't play in a very difficult league.
I was going to say that if you look at Mbappe's career,
I'm
he's
sorry.
always played in a good
What's
league.
the best league in the world?
Prem.
No, just
Quality-wise.
Also, I'm sorry, but if you're about to make the point that
just answer
Haaland's
the
scoring
question.
loads of
Answer
goals
the
in the
question.
Prem,
I
you're
like
about
your
to make the
point.
point that
Just answer the
Haaland's scoring
question.
loads... Yeah, the Prem.
How many goals has Haaland scored this season?
Have you seen the goals he scored?
Doesn't
He's-
matter.
It's
Not the
tapping
point,
for
though.
It doesn't
penalties.
matter.
I agree,
It's
it
all
doesn't
about
matter.
positioning.
Doesn't
It's
matter.
about positioning.
Okay.
There's so many great strikers who like score like.
Shearer didn't score screamers every week.
Well, like okay, like
Sure, there's great
Lineker
strikers.
is an incredible example. Like, he scored tons of goals and like 90%. I think he scored one goal in his entire career that was outside the box.
Okay, here's the difference. You're comparing Haaland to Lineker. I'd compare Mbappe to Messi. I'd rather have Messi over Lineker.
No, but I'm saying Haaland's better.
Yeah, of course.
My mind went through like a load of gears. Then I was trying to like keep.
I'm saying
what-
Mbappe technically is so
As a
much
technical-
more technically gifted than Haaland.
No, so
I'd say that
I
will help the
agree.
team
I
out more
think he
than
offers
Haaland.
a lot more.
A
Than
lot
Haaland.
more.
I agree that Mbappe is a better player than Haaland and is definitely more technical, more skillful. But there's something, he's like a brute.
Yeah.
He's just like a machine, and like Tom,
Murphy's a brute.
bro, you're giving me this
such a
like
different-
exasperated look.
Parts of the spectrum.
You're giving me this exasperated look, and you're asking who do I want in my team?
Okay.
I want Haaland in my team over Mbappe.
Okay.
100%. No.
Just in my team.
Not 100%.
You might have a different
Wait,
team.
No, that's in.
But
that's in- I
45%. I want Haaland in my team.
But maybe if I was building a team from scratch, I'd probably start with Mbappe.
Yeah.
If I didn't already have like the whole squad, and actually
strikers proper.
also
I'm interested though because Jesus, would you not say Jesus at striker is better than Martinelli at left wing, right? No, or would you disagree? Because that's the difference, right? Haaland at striker and Mbappe at left wing.
They do different things, and actually, I think my reason maybe for going for Haaland over Mbappe is probably the most boring one. Arsenal press really well. Mbappe is lazy as shit.
He is.
He is so lazy, and I'm not saying that Mbappe is like like a super pressing guy, but he plays in the City team press. Like he'd find a way, and then just to have someone reliable who finishes chances, it's like. Gabriel Jesus like causes so much chaos because he dribbles with it, like he drops deep, like he runs at defenses. It's fantastic, but when we lost him, we played Nketiah. I like Nketiah, decent little finisher. Haaland's better than Nketiah though. Like, can you imagine like
What if you lost Martinelli?
Trossard?
True.
Very fair. What if you lost Martinelli before the January transfer window?
Well,
Are you relying on Reece Nelson?
We're just going up.
Well, Reece
Okay.
I mean, Reece Nelson's done quite well when he's come
One
on.
game.
3 games actually. He had a fantastic game against Forest that I'm sure you'll
I
remember.
remember seeing that game. He did. Even Prodi D's nodding his head.
Don't remember
It-
him
it-
having a fantastic.
I feel
remember
like
us
it was
being terrible. I don't remember
Yeah.
being fantastic.
We scored 5.
Yeah, we were because we were.
And I think Nelson either scored 2 and got 1 assist, or it was the other way round.
Fair enough.
Your brother knows more about ball than you do.
I know.
Clearly, game on the.
Can we have a petition to get Tom off?
All right, so we're going with Haaland for you two and Mbappe for us.
I just fucking love Haaland. There's something about him that I really enjoy watching. I don't know.
I know
I can't really.
I know what it is. No one else moves like him. He's like honestly like
And
he's such a freak.
Yeah.
And it's so like entertaining to watch.
I get excited watching him more than I do. No, I wouldn't say more, but I'd say it's such a tough question.
That's
I know. I'm not because I'm just thinking about it.
okay. Well, I'm going to move on very quickly before we run out of time. Would you ever follow women's football?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Why don't you at the moment?
I do.
Define my definition of follow is you'd buy an away ticket to go and watch a Chelsea women's game. Have you done that?
I keep up to date with fixtures of the Chelsea team.
The Chelsea women's team.
No,
Are we talking about regularly buying the
I watch
tickets?
every from.
That's what I've seen.
I watched every England women's quarterfinal. In the quarterfinals. Final.
Okay.
Was it Euros? Euros. Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't watch it.
Well, I did.
Okay. So you follow women's football currently?
I tried to. Yeah.
Okay. You do?
I don't currently. I'm not gonna lie, but it's like
Did you just say yeah?
no. The question was, would you?
Oh, sorry.
Would you?
yes.
Not do you?
What's the difference between now and then?
Honestly, hard to pinpoint, and I feel like there's a lot of pressure on me right
No,
now.
I'll take it off your hands because I know what the pinpoint is. It's the quality
Yeah, no, it is.
Probably, yeah.
and the commerciality.
And also the following that it gets. Like a big
Absolutely.
part of football is the following. Like,
Yeah.
If you go to an away day, I'm sure you've had this, and there's no fans. It's shit. Like
It's
it's a
terrible,
shit
yeah,
away day.
yeah.
But when you've got a full away end, like all buzzing, it's brilliant. And I just don't think.
I completely agree, and I
Don't
think
you
it
get
doesn't
that
matter.
Also-
atmosphere at a women's game. I might be wrong.
I don't. Sorry for cutting. I'm saying like
I agree.
it's sort of different. Like you're talking about the atmosphere.
Yeah.
So I've not been to a women's football game, but I've seen. I think it might have been something that Ian Wright said, and it was sort of like how it's a completely different vibe. And when you think like men's football, it's very like tribal at times, especially. But sort of like women's football match, it's far more like family orientated. And like you think like I don't know, in a few years maybe you've got like more than a few years, but maybe like 10 years you've got your kid.
I am 23.
I'm 23 too as well. Like,
Yeah.
we're old and it's horrible.
Yeah, it's really.
But like, let's say you got a kid, want to take them to a football game. You might not want to take them to a game where it's like,
Spurs.
swearing. There's like people pushing each other and whatever. But if you want to like show them like what stadium looks like, just the kind of idea of it. I don't know. I think like women's football's definitely got a place for that at the moment, and that might sound really like demeaning, but I think it could change as well.
Can I talk about the way they play? Yet the quality may not quite be there yet, but I've watched a lot of women's games where they get touched and they don't fucking fall over. They are so much better at not diving, at just bouncing off the floor after they get kicked the shit out of them. Like it's
Refreshing.
It's really refreshing. It is. And I just wanted to bring that up because I've seen women's games and they actually just bounce off the floor or don't fall over. And the reffing's it's weird. The reffing's better because they still get the free kick.
Yeah, it's almost like the standard of refereeing is improved when the players are all honest.
Yeah.
Which is a strange one.
Yeah. I mean, for me, I agree with Finn in that I think you could completely swap over women's and men's football in terms of the level of quality and everything like that. But if you had the same fan base, you wouldn't even recognise the quality. If you had the same atmosphere for instance, I'll say a Nottingham Forest v Derby game, for Nottingham Forest women's v Derby women's, I'd go and watch that.
Yeah,
The
exactly.
atmosphere is half of what makes you go
100%.
to a football
Yeah.
match.
Yeah. I do get that.
So I think that's the problem. I think it's the lack of following is what makes me not follow women's.
And it's something that's changing and like does seem to be like getting better. And it would be
season apparently had a lot of viewers.
Yeah, and I seem to remember like the Barcelona women's team, like they sold out the new camp for like a women's game, and that's like over 90,000. Like
Chelsea played this women's Spurs team, and most of the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium was sold out.
Yeah.
Like they are.
It's building and it's good.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Final question: who is the greatest English footballer of all time? And I'm gonna go straight in with Sir Bobby Moore because he won the World Cup.
First.
That's fair.
There's a few other players who won the World Cup with him.
Yeah.
Captain
Yeah.
of the World Cup.
I'd say I'm just biased when I say John Terry. I'm just biased.
That's actually crazy.
Ever.
Saka.
John.
No,
That's
no,
insane.
No.
Proddy D suggested Wayne Rooney this morning.
I
not a bad shout.
that
I was
my
thinking
first one that came
Bobby
to my head was
Charlton.
Rooney.
it's tough as well because like we've never seen a lot of those guys play football. So like
exactly.
you're saying Bobby Moore, like,
I'm saying it
Wait,
based on
but you know that.
Best is North. No, he's not English. Fuck, he's North Ireland. Fuck. Anyway,
Yeah.
I was thinking
George
UK.
Best.
I was thinking UK. but-
No,
Nope.
I agree with James. I'm not saying this because I've watched him and gone, he's amazing at football. I'm saying this because of what he's achieved, no other Englishman has ever achieved.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's why I'm saying it.
I don't know.
I think Harry Kane has an argument to be made.
Yeah,
Top English scorer
I
of all
think
time now.
I think Rooney or Kane. to be honest, as best.
No, but you can't
What about
just-
David
you can't
Beckham?
just
I know
go
he was
score.
always a bit
You can't
more
just go
commercial than he
score,
was
score.
actually
No, I'm
amazing
not,
at football. But
I think
You are.
You are.
I am. But
is goal scored not a factor?
Yeah, but if you're not a striker, that means just every other person that's not a striker is then not valid.
No, of course, but football's always been geared towards people that
Yeah.
have contributions on top end
But
of
I'm
the
trying to
pitch.
not.
But yeah, there's also an argument for Beckham, like you say.
Yeah.
Players
But
like
Beckham was more commercial, the
but
most
Beckham-
commercial
Beckham
English
was
player, but
more
it doesn't mean he
commercial,
wasn't a
yeah.
bad player. Yeah, he was obviously a fantastic.
Beckham was
player.
probably like the most famous English player.
the most famous English
No.
player.
Scholes.
No.
Lampard.
Everyone says
that.
Scholes.
Gerrard and Lampard are clear as goals.
Yeah, I'd say
I'd even say Gerrard in there is maybe
Gerrard.
Yeah.
an option.
I'd say I
think
think
Gerrard-
Gerrard. I think Gerrard trumps that debate of the trio.
So do
but,
I. Yeah,
Ha-
definitely.
Wait,
Gerrard was
can, I,
better than
can I
Lampard.
ask a question though? With this is not my opinion. This is just a question of. So Ashley Cole was probably the first English player where it was out and out for a long time. He was the best player in the world in that position.
Yeah.
Lack of
I
competition.
think I'd agree.
But I'm saying like there's not many English players who can go.
Harry Kane.
He's not the best in the world. No,
No,
you
but
can
I don't even know if Harry. I wouldn't
For a
say
while.
Harry Kane was necessarily the best striker in the world
I
for a
would.
period of time.
Lewandowski-
No, because
No, I
Lewandowski
think-
was still existing,
Kane-
Benzema was still existing.
better than
No,
Not better than
Ronaldo
Kane.
was playing striker.
What year was Kane the best in the world?
The last 2 years.
And were Benzema and Lewandowski not better
No,
than
because
him?
obviously Benzema was amazing. and
You're
he did all that in
you're
the Champions
talking
League, but I
about
think
two
put
seasons
Kane
where
in that
Lewandowski
position
should have won the
better.
Ballon d'Or and didn't because there was no Ballon d'Or, and then Benzema won the Ballon d'Or.
Hmm.
And you're saying Kane's the best striker in the world?
No, I know it's controversial, but I'm saying that Kane has qualities that exceed that of Lewandowski.
No,
and
but with
Benzema.
Ashley Cole, he was out and out the
There was a
best
number of
player
years.
in that position for many years.
I'd say that's
Yeah.
the competition.
He was playing when Roberto Carlos was playing, and he was outclassing him on every fucking stat. And
But I'd also say that Roberto Carlos is known for one amazing free kick. And
no,
being-
he was also very.
Is he not Marcelo beyond that?
No,
Haven't
he
watched
was also,
enough of him
he
to
was also
say.
very good.
If you've watched enough of Roberto Carlos,
I like that style of argument,
It's-
and I agree with you that there was probably a period of time where Cole was
For
out and out, like
yeah.
I'm not
what the
disputing
sort of
that.
like
Yeah.
invincible season at
I do
Arsenal,
think
and
there's a period where Kane's
I'm
the
not saying
best.
this is
Yeah, I
my.
think
I'm
there
not saying
is.
this is my opinion for why he's the best. I'm just saying it's a thought.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think
Well,
we have
no,
actually probably
so
run out of time
I'm-
considering we are 10 minutes.
we're
till-
like 20 minutes over.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going final say to Bobby Moore. What have you just done?
Max has just knocked a tooth out with his glass.
I went to drink and missed.
What has this descended into? Christ.
Anyway,
All right. Should we? I'm going Sir Bobby Moore
Charlton,
based on
Vibes.
Glass,
vibes. Good name.
Vibes.
Suburban Glass, yeah.
I'll go Jack Charlton then.
Jack Charlton was shit.
Wow. Do you know?
Stanley Matthews, mate.
Danny Welbeck, lad.
Yeah.
Now that's silly.
Lallana, come on.
Ricky Lambert.
Lingard.
Obviously Lingard. Best dancer of the
And I think
team
on
ever.
that beautiful note.
Wait, let's go with first, and then we'll end.
You just said Lingard.
I've not even gone.
Serious answer.
Lambert.
Yeah.
I didn't even say Lambert.
Sounds tough.
Just putting words in my mouth.
Sorry.
Come on,
Rooney.
Rooney.
Kane.
Oh, we're split between Bobby Moore, Bobby Charlton, Rooney, and Kane, and I think that's a beautiful note to end the
Well,
podcast
thank you
on.
very much, guys, for watching the podcast. If you did enjoy, please do leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here, and we'll see you guys very soon.
Cheers.